Lady Shah guides me. Your end is near.
My parents. They must be close.
Finish it. Send me to Lady Shah's embrace.
She still has answers I need. My parents. Where are they?
So blunt. Have you forgotten all the interrogation techniques I taught you? Where is the finesse?
Answer me!
They are right through that door in the Chamber of Loss, where they have been all along. You saw them many times, only we made you forget. But they didn't forget. They watched as we molded you. They watched, they wept, they bled, often at your hand. It may not be a happy reunion, but it will be a memorable one.
Why? Why me? Why all this effort?
Lady Shah commanded me, and I obeyed. I do not question. I merely act as she wills me to. I had an enclave in Waterdeep, you know. Much grander than this. Shah ordered me to raise it, kill all who followed me, claim they betrayed me, when in fact I slew those who showed nothing but loyalty. Shah had me do that, and I did, to cover my tracks, to usher in you.
What are you talking about?
You became my mission. To take a child of Selûne's and turn her over to Lady Shah. To show that all light fades and darkness will prevail in the end. All this was to make you into what the Dark Lady needed you to be. The planning, the training, those deaths in Waterdeep. It was all to groom you to replace me at her right-hand side. And still you threw it away.
want to see my parents. And I don't care what happens to this one. She's been in my head long enough already. Do what you like. I know you'll choose well.
What are you doing? Come back and finish this yourself. You owe me that.
Let go, Mother. Embrace loss.
I draw near, my lady.
Lovely little pick-me-up.
No keyhole. Must be another way in. Only a Patriarch's loss can open this door. What does that mean? Loss of status? Wealth?
This is it. Where I was raised. Trained. Held. It's strange to be back. My parents are still captive. I need to free them. Only a Patriarch's loss can open this door. If there's anything this city's nobility would hate to lose, it's their wealth.
Wretched thing. Pull yourself together.
I moved something on the altar. I see them. I see my parents. God, what's been done to them?
It can't be. Another vile trick.
No. There is no trick. It's her. Jennifer. Jan. Our little girl.
Moon Maiden's grace. It is you.
I'm here to get you out of here. They're all gone. It's over.
It is not over. You see, it matters not if you raise this place. If you slay every one of your brothers and sisters. That was never where my power resided. Every time you try to step away from me, every time you try to reach for Selûne, my hold on you bites deeper. If you had learned, if you had obeyed, there would be no pain. But you struggle on. You will make things worse for yourself. And for them. Victory? Your victory is but a guttering candle in the dark. Temporary. Inconsequential.
Enough! I'm taking my parents away from here. I'm taking them away from you!
You cannot. We are still bound to you. You cannot both free us and free yourself from her curse. The Moon Maiden needs you more than she needs us. You are the future. You must return to the fold. We are the past. And our duty is almost done.
Eloquently put. His mind stood up well to his time here. The same cannot be said for your mother. Such brief, fragile lives humans lead. This is my final lesson. I leave you now to dwell on your mistakes and make your choice.
Shah's parting words make your flesh crawl. There is no lesson to be learned here, only a family's torment, a spiteful goddess's whims, and an unspeakable choice to be made.
She's gone. I don't understand.
Shah will never admit defeat. Not until she has stolen one last thing from you. We cannot allow your future to be her last prize. Not after all your mother and I have endured. To see you again. Your companion understands, I think. Help her, please. Help her see what must be done.
I'm sorry. I didn't know any of this was happening until it was much too late. I came to try to put things right.
And you did. You found us. All these years, that dream kept us going. That you would break free. No matter what they made you do to us, we knew you were still in there.
I knew the Dark Woods wouldn't frighten you. You were always such a brave girl.
She was. And still is. You've saved us. Now save yourself. You'll be out of Shah's reach, and we'll be at peace.
But I only just found you again after all this time. I can't lose you again.
We'll still be with you. By the Moon Maiden's grace, we'll never be far. Please, Jennifer.
Is this truly what you want?
It is what we need. All of us. You were meant to be a guiding light for Selûne's faithful, but they robbed you from us. Now that can be righted, and we can rest.
Help us, Jen. I can let go. Now I've seen your face again.
Goodbye.
Not goodbye. Not even close.
Moonmotes. They bring Selûne's light to dark places and offer guidance to those in need. My parents are watching over me. Let's leave this place. There's nothing more for me here. Shadowheart, still. I can't run away from who I was all this time. Besides, there's something fitting to it. Can't cast a shadow without sunlight. My parents. I saw them. Spoke to them. And let them go. It's more than I can take in just now. Give me a night to try and get my head together.
A huge polished disc looms before you. A mirror, but one that offers no reflection. All you see is a void of endless darkness.
This feels familiar to me somehow. I'm sure I've stood before this mirror before. Many times, perhaps.
A mirror of loss. A relic said to be as old as the Church of Shar itself. Those who stood before it could surrender their very thoughts and memories to the Lady of Loss. Great powers rest within the realm of the mirror, to be granted at the Dark Lady's whim to those making a suitable offering. A piece of themselves. You feel a presence, dark and ancient. It approves of your fealty. The mirror's emptiness seems to draw you into a stupefying embrace. Your thoughts, feelings, memories, they grow slow and drowsy, drifting away from each other. You must surrender some part of yourself. But what? To your surprise, the false memory is accepted. It fades from your mind as easily as it was conjured forth. A foreign sensation assails you. For a moment, you do not feel like yourself. A jumble of memories clamor for your attention. They range from ancient to new, but none are yours. Whatever power lurks deeper in the recesses of the mirror has no interest in you. The dark mirror seems to turn dormant, its hunger sated. The huge mirror stares down at you like a great dark eye. The mirror's emptiness seems to draw you into a stupefying embrace. Your thoughts, feelings, memories, they grow slow and drowsy, drifting away from each other. You must surrender some part of yourself. But what? Something precious was surrendered. Already you cannot recall its exact nature, but you feel its loss all the same. Still though, for whatever was lost, something new shall be gained. You feel the presence of something ancient and unknowable. It has taken notice of you. It seems to be intrigued by you. Where once the mirror showed nothing, there is now something. Memories, experiences, skills, all prized from the minds of others, and now offered to you to choose from. Adoring looks, spawning laughter, and nods of agreement to your constant companions. Is there anything a quick tongue and a warm smile cannot achieve? The memory fades away, yet it leaves its mark on your mind. The dark mirror seems to turn dormant, its hunger sated.
Well, well, well.
A huge polished disc looms before you. A mirror, one used by the Sharans to plunder. You feel a presence, dark and ancient. It approves of your fealty. The mirror's emptiness seems to draw you into a stupefying embrace. Your thoughts, feelings, memories, they grow slow and drowsy, drifting away from each other. You must surrender some part of yourself. But what? Something precious was still there. For you feel the presence of it seems where once the mirror showed nothing, there is now something. The cold bites, but you laugh and bare your chest. Be it blade, beast, or the elements, nothing daunts you. The memory fades away, yet you feel its influence linger in your body. The dark mirror seems to turn dormant, its hunger sated. huge, polished disc looms before you. A mirror. You feel a presence. The mirrors, you must surrender some part of yourself. Something precious still though. For whatever was lost, something new shall be gained. You feel the presence. It seems to be intrigued by you. Where once the mirror showed nothing, there is now something. Memories, experiences, skills, all prized from the minds of others, and now offered to you to choose from. Words and symbols flurry past. Years of reading by candlelight dulled your eyesight but sharpened your mind. Your knowledge lights up even the murkiest of mysteries. The memory fades away, yet it leaves its mark on your mind. The dark mirror seems to turn dormant, its hunger sated. A huge polished disc looms before you. A mirror, one that was used to wrest your memories from you. You feel a presence, dark and ancient. It approves of your fealty. With so much of your mind already surrendered to the mirror, you have nothing to offer. A sorry outcome. The dark mirror seems to turn dormant, its hunger sated.
Your desire.
No time to rest.
Wanna dance?
All right. What now? Yankee had removed. They tortured her for information, then made sure the corpse couldn't help anyone else. There's something in that debris.
good looking.
Lost in thought. Lovely day, this. For now.
I've got a long road ahead. There's a hole back there, behind the crates. Always room for more.
No rest for the wicked, I see.
Shadowheart? I wasn't sure if I'd ever lay eyes on you again. It's me, Nocturne. Do you remember?
You recall the memory Shadowheart recovered by eating the noble stalk. This must be the person she remembered.
I remember you, but you're different. Very different. I used to call you something else, didn't I?
You did. But that's not who I am now. I remember the other initiates used to tease you about your name, the one you chose to honor Lady Shar. They were attacking who you were. I never found it funny, but I wasn't quite sure why. Eventually, I realized it was because I wasn't happy with who I was. I couldn't keep going like that. But seeing how you fought on, I realized that I didn't have to. From then on, I was Nocturne. It wasn't easy, but everything started to make sense. I could breathe.
It's a beautiful name. Suits you well.
Thank you. Picked it myself. But enough of that. I can't believe you're back.
I've been trying to return here as long as I can remember, which admittedly doesn't amount to much.
They whispered it was a suicide mission. This search for the artifact you were sent on. Some even thought it was the Mother Superior's plan alone, and not Lady Shar's intent. But now it seems you've turned on both the Mother Superior and Lady Shar.
Shar condemned me. By her decree, you and I are enemies.
Only if you wish us to be. You helped me be true to myself. I will not begrudge you for discovering yourself, even if it displeases Lady Shar.
That's good enough for me. I'm not sure what I expected coming back to this place. Certainly not a friend. There must be all sorts you can tell me. Things I can't even remember.
There are. But with the Mother Superior gone, I don't know if I can stay here to reminisce. Perhaps there's another enclave out there for me.
You don't need Shar.
You don't, perhaps. Not everyone is as brave. I'll leave come tomorrow. Come see me before then. I was working as quartermaster. I can sell you some things to aid you. And we can catch up.
I wasn't expecting it, but I'm glad to have some company on this journey. Most are lost forever. Some may creep back into my mind if I encounter anything that helps clear the fog. Then there's what Shar did restore to me. Memories of pain suffering. Both my own and what I inflicted. It's overwhelming. Like a lifetime's worth of nightmares unleashed all at once upon waking. I can barely untangle one moment from another, not that I even want to. I just know that my heart sinks if I let my thoughts wander to them. Shah seeks to break people, to fill their lives with despair so that they will turn to her for relief. Perhaps she thought this would lead me back to her in time. But it won't. I fought too hard to win my freedom. I will not give it up again, no matter how much it hurts. Perhaps. But in the meanwhile, I'll just have to find a way to live with them. Of course. From the first time I laid eyes on you right until now. That's all safe. I wouldn't surrender even a moment of it.
Greetings. Do you seek to trade? As Shadowheart's friend, I'll extend the privilege to you as well. Be sure to get everything you need. Come tomorrow, I'll be gone.
Wits and blades, always sharp.
I can still scarcely believe it. You've returned, and the Mother Superior is gone. So much can change, so quickly. Well, you had a pet mouse for a while. It was against the rules, of course. You used to hide him under your robes and feed him from your rations. She caught you with Nibbles. That was his name. Forced you to get rid of him. In front of everyone as an example. You always loved animals, but you never let yourself get too close after that. I'm sorry. Not the sort of thing you want to hear, I'm sure. Well, you know that little scar on your elbow? I was there when you picked that up. It was years ago when we were initiates. Some of the others were intent on tormenting us until you showed them the error of their ways. I think it was 6 against 2, and most of them were bigger than us to boot, but you saw them off, all of them. There were some bruised lips and black eyes in the mess hall that night, and from then on they left us alone. Or at least, they bothered us less. Not at all. If anything, they seemed pleased your training was paying off. I never saw the Mother Superior smile very often, but she did then. I think she was proud of you. As for the scar, that was from a collision between your elbow and the teeth of a girl called Budug. She was on the same mission as you. I suppose she won't be coming back. Just small things, silly things. The sort you'd scarcely recall even if your memories were left intact. You had a little hiding place that you went to when you needed to get away. You brought me there sometimes. We'd talk, play, read, do each other's hair. The plait and fringe? Yes, on your instructions, of course. You were very intent on a bold look, I think you said. My hands were cramped by the time I finished, but you were very pleased. I like the new look as well, though. You always did like a dramatic touch. Hidden at the back of the storage area. Luckily enough, as quartermaster, I was able to keep it hidden back there. It should be, well, if not how you remember it, exactly as you left it. Remains to be seen. This place is all I've ever known. In time, perhaps I'll venture out there, see what I've been missing. But for now, old habits die hard.
What to do? Might be useful. Let's see what this does. Githyanki. Part of the Sharan's preparations to seize the astral prism, no doubt.
Doctor's jewels. Why do I remember these, of all things? A gift from Soldanessala, Mother Superior said. Curious. I could never quite tell if she was proud of them or not. These jewels. Why do I remember these, of all things? A gift from Soldanessala, Mother Superior said. Curious. I could never quite tell if she was proud of them or not. These are all about me. 40 years of my life, documented like I was some sort of specimen.
Let's have a look.
My old haunt. Strange. I don't remember it, but it's comforting to be here. That little hideaway that we found in the cloister, it almost felt like I'd found a piece of my childhood. A childhood I don't truly remember. But remember it or not, I felt right at home there. Surrounded by books and night orchids. Maybe. Or maybe I already liked night orchids and I chose that place because of them. The particulars of childhood can grow hazy even if your memories haven't been tampered with. But I felt safe there. I know that much. Well, can you imagine what it would have been like growing up in that place? Endless training, no privacy, facing scorn wherever I looked. I can very easily imagine I needed somewhere to escape to. If I was to survive. Nocturne and I must have come here a lot. We probably had plenty we wanted to hide from. Anyway, I think that little hideaway helped shape who I am, as much as any sermon or training did. Funny the things that influence you. I wasn't expecting it, but I'm glad to have some company.
Shadowheart's memories will be a heavy load for her to carry. But her suffering is over, and so is her parents'. I hope she finds comfort in that. I'd love to join, but I don't think there's enough space. Ready and willing.
The dog is unable to speak through the small
I don't know. All I know is I thought of you when I...
Boo is overjoyed with our victory. Another den of evil vanquished, and an old foe defeated. Well, Valkorion was a friend for a short time beforehand, but then a foe once more. Yes, Boo, a most wicked witch. The very mention of her name gives him nightmares to this day. Do not be afraid, Boo. She is not here. And you, bite your tongue until your eyes water and your hairs curl. Boo and Minsk have traveled far and wide, and met many fine and not so fine people. It will surprise you to learn that even the wisest of friends do not always recognize Boo for what he is. Exactly! The Drow was a cruel witch, but a clever one. She knew what Boo was right away, and she had never seen his like before. She wished to inspect his handsome magnificence, and so she did. One night, while he lay asleep, twitching his whiskers in happy dreams, she crept upon his tiny bedroll holding a knife as slim as a toothpick. She meant to spill his miniature guts and study them. I did not get the chance. Boo never sleeps deeply while evil is near. He sprang into action and almost blinded the witch. She had fled from her camp by morning, when Boo told me the whole tale over a breakfast of berries and nuts. What we did might feel an evil thing, I know. But if Minsk was not saved from the cult, was used to hurt those who only meant to help him, I think that ending Minsk might have been a way of saving Minsk too. You come to speak of the last time Minsk stood watch? The snoring, it was Boo. Minsk is honored indeed, but you have not the space, hmm? Minsk and Boo stand ready. Just tell us where to do it.
It is no small thing to slay one's life-bringers. Shadowheart did what was right, not what was easy. The party's full. You'll need to make room. Well chosen.
Ever will Shar try to twist bonds of love into chains of service. Shadowheart did not let her. I cannot presume to know her parents, or what they suffered. But I know that they were proud, in the end.
I'm so glad Shadowheart's ordeal is over. It'll be a long time before she'll come to terms with all this, but at least now, she can start. Free of Shar.
Thy will dost thou require?
Shadowheart's parents are at peace. And so she, it seems.
What Shadowheart did for her parents was a profound act of love. Her courage is... well, it's quite something to behold.
All's well, I hope, aside from the obvious. Doesn't look like anyone's been here in a while. Perhaps people lost faith. Or forgot about it. I wanted to come here. To see if I felt anything that I hadn't done before. Now that I know what I know. Now that I know who I am. Loss. Actual loss, not Shah's oblivion. I had my family. For too short a moment. Now they're gone. By my hand. But why does freedom have to feel like I've lost everything? Perhaps I could have saved them. Or perhaps Shah would have helped me forget them. Instead, I've neither. We carry on. It's all we can do. I'll follow in a while. I think I want to stay here a little longer, firstly. This place isn't familiar, but it's peaceful. Shadowheart. She's as much a part of who I am as Jennifer. Can't just forget her. It's not what I do anymore. Besides, Shadowheart still suits me. Even better than before, perhaps. You can't cast a shadow without some light. All's well, I hope, aside from the obvious.